In an unprecedented turn of events in April 2023, the nation was shocked when the gruesome news of what was transpiring in Shakahola hit the headlines. An operation by the Ministry of Interior led to the exhumation of 429 bodies buried in shallow graves within the Shakahola forest. Here, tens of emaciated survivors were rescued, with some of them dying before reaching the hospital.
These so-called pastors proceeded to deliver prophecies and promise miracles about how Ruto would perform as a president.
Following the incident, Paul Mackenzie of Good News International Ministries was arrested on April 15th as the main suspect, alongside his wife and several of his supporters. Mackenzie was accused of indoctrinating his followers to starve themselves to death to see Jesus. The government, through the Interior CS Kithure Kindiki, then invited the public to come forward and identify the bodies and submit DNA in a bid to identify the victims whose remains had decomposed.
We will be able to remove all our people who are in that land, those that are dead and those that are alive.
So far, according to a Human Rights Watch report 2024, only 12 bodies were identified. 9 months down the line, the families have not been given access to the bodies of their loved ones for burial. It is still unclear what the progress is on the identification of the rest of the victims through DNA sequencing. Paul Mackenzie is also yet to be charged on the allegations.
I think what is lacking is transparency on the part of government, and I think goodwill and just due process.
The Human Rights Watch has also cast aspersions on the government statistics.
When the government talks about 429, indications are that the bodies that have been retrieved, and we understand that there could be others being retrieved later this month, could be way above 400. They could be even go to 800.
The Associate Director in Africa, Otieyo Namwaya, further says what the government has spoken so far about Shakahola is yet to be verified.
For as long as the government refuses to release the postmortems to the families, and I think the families have a right to access the postmortem reports, it's difficult to know whether what the government is saying is true.
On Tuesday, Shanzu Principal Magistrate Yusuf Shikanda gave the Director of Public Prosecutions up to 23rd January to charge Mackenzie, terming his 120 days of detention as the longest pre-charge detention in the history of Kenya after the promulgation of the Constitution of Kenya in 2010. The judge saying the courts might be forced to release Mackenzie on its terms.
Our understanding is that even though the DPP has applied several times to court for postponement to give time for investigations, no investigation has been happening.
Paul Mackenzie is currently serving time in jail for distributing unrated films to support his radical sermons and operating a film studio without a license. David Kagina, K24 TV.